Hey everybody, so in this little video we are going to be removing the front bumper from the Pulsar, relocating the number plate and also modifying the bumper to get more air to the intercooler. So the car is already jacked up, not taking the wheels off yet, but I will do. But my plan is, one of the first jobs I'm doing on the Pulsar is the bumper needs a repaint anyway, but the original plate was here and I've never understood why. I did the same thing with the Evo and my Megane and stuff in the past. Never understood why you fit a nice big front mount intercooler to capture all that air hitting the face of it, and then you put a massive number plate straight in the middle of half of the core. So I'm hoping that if I open it up, it's going to help with intake temperatures. I don't know if they're bad or not yet because I'm not doing the car really, but yeah, we will see. The mesh also is a little bit tatty and untidy, so I've got some new mesh there from Biltema, and the Laguna splitter I want to take off and sort of refit a little bit better than it is. So company in Japan who sadly are no longer around, called Crazy Hornet, I'll put up a picture in the video. They modified the front bumper on the car before they made an aftermarket bumper, and they cut out that center section for the plate to allow more airflow. So I'm going to basically do that. So the first thing we need to do is to, before I say that, I obviously need to relocate the plate as well. And the plan is to sort of have the plate sat kind of in line with this here, over this side, trying to leave this a little bit free if I can, because I'm hoping that I can fit a ducting kit like on the Evo to get some air through to the air filter. Need to check out if that's possible. And on this side there's a Mocal oil cooler, you can probably see it there, not a very big one, but yeah, need to keep that free to allow that to be cooled. Anyway, as I was saying before I forgot what I was saying, let's get wheels off, won't video that, and let's then start getting this bumper off. I've never pulled a bumper off a Pulsar before, don't know how difficult it's going to be. I do know that it's got a crash bar like on the Evo that's attached to the chassis that you need to remove from underneath, so that'll be interesting to kind of do that. It was a bit of a pig on the Evo before I realised that was what was holding it in place. Anyway, I'm going on, let's get the bumper off. So there we go, bumper is off, and you can see the crash bar here. So all we've got is a single 10mm screw on each corner, and then we've got a 15 and a 17mm bolt holding the front crossbar into place, just like on the Evo. You can see, interestingly, that because the original bumper has these kind of bars that go across like that, and obviously you've got this one here, that someone has not only fiberglassed in where the towing eye was, but someone's also fiberglassed in where the cuts were made for the bars that have gone across. So anyway, now that that is off, we can start to cut out the bumper and get that first bit done, and then pull off the mesh and work out the number plate positioning and what have you. And then I'm going to try and get creative and try and find a solution to not have to use the crossbar when I refit it to the car. But maybe that isn't going to happen because, well, there's very little holding the bumper into place, as we've seen. Anyway, let us start hacking away at the bumper, shall we? Okay, so that's our little centerpiece cut out there, and I've slightly tidied it up already. But what we need to do now is we just need to set about it with the sandpaper. It's hard to breathe with this thing on and talk. Set about it with sandpaper, get it all nice and straight and get it all sort of finished. So let us do the final finishing touches, shall we? Okay, we are done, kind of, I think. You can see what I've done here with the shape and stuff, kind of curving it underneath. I think I am going to get this painted by Daniel. He's given me a quote for this and the rear plastic surround that he's already done. So I think I might as well get it done all in the same kind of go, really, because you can see this bumper has really seen better days. Lots of fiberglass and random crap on the back of it, which is bizarre. Anyway, so now that we've got this done, I've also trimmed out the center piece as well. So this is now a lot smoother than it was and a lot more even both sides than it was. Same with these. But my plan was, as I might have mentioned earlier in the video, this has been probably about a week since the last little clip, so sorry my memory isn't that great. And the plan was to always try and get rid of the front crash bar and save weight. Now here is the front crash bar, and that weighs just over 4 kilos with the bolts, and obviously the bumper and the intercooler hangs off the front of it. But I noticed when I was looking at the intercooler core that it looked very similar to the Toyo Sport intercooler core that I had on my Evo, and I dug out my intercooler core from the Evo, which I still have because nobody wants to buy it, and it's identical. It is the same core. And what we've done on the Evo is, from Toyo Sport, it came with this bracket here that would hang on the kind of center bar in front of the radiator where the kind of bonnet latch goes to. So it's exactly the same fitment in every single way on this car. So it looks like Evo 4 to 6 intercoolers will fit on the Pulsar, like bolt straight on. So obviously this is wobbly, but I'm going to use, here's some I made earlier, brackets that I prepared. So got 3 brackets. So we've got, oops, kicking stuff. So this bracket is going to sit from the bottom of the chassis of the car in front of the radiator to the lock to the latch. This here is going to sit on there like that, and that is going to go to the top of the intercooler, and also for the center bar, the white one there, which sits below the headlights. And then this bar here is going to go like that on top of the intercooler core to hold the intercooler core in place. I've already finalized it, I've already checked it all works, so we can save ourselves almost 4 kilos by fitting that. And then what I'm going to do once that is done is we can then have a look at actually getting the bumper mounted up properly onto the new bracketry. And my solution to that is I've taken off the white bar here, which lives below the headlights, and it's basically 3 bolts. So it's 1 bolt here, bolt in the middle, and 1 bolt there, and then that comes off. So I'm going to basically hang that onto the bumper on the top, and then I'm going to put holes in the bumper, sort of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the other side, and then bolt that into that, so it's going to be holding the bumper into place, and then obviously that is going to be bolted to the car. So that should be the solution to get rid of the front bar. Not that difficult really. Save a load of weight and kind of tidy up the front end quite a little bit, and obviously saving weight on the front end of the car, especially like right at the front of the car, is brilliant, because that kind of pulls the sort of weight distribution a bit backwards, which is what we want. So let us get our bracketry fitted up, and then we can get on to the bumper mounting itself. Okay, there we go, brackets all done, tightened, 15 Newton meters on everything. You can see how it kind of looks down there at the back and stuff. Obviously I need to mount the crossbar below the headlights that bolt into there, that'll make it stiffer. But yeah, that is that bit of the job done. So now I can get the mesh off, do that, which will be dead easy, and then we can kind of get the bar, get the holes made in the bumper. I've already made in the bar here, you can see these ones here. Just basically drill those out in the plastic and then put some nuts under there and we're done. But look at the state of this bumper. It's amazing. I don't even know what's gone on over there. That's had some kind of accident, it looks like. But mesh is just held in with these clips on my car, so I just need to sort of pry them off. And then, yeah, just pull this off and then cut the same shape again with the mesh I've already got. So let us do that.
A few inches later.
Okay, so I didn't video me doing the trimming and the bashing of the mesh, but you can see now it's all sort of shaped properly for the space. So it's just a case of dropping it on like that, and then there we go. Just needs sealing in, which I'm not going to do until the bumper is painted. And with a bit of luck, if we drop it right way up like that, you can see from the front how it looks. All good. All good. So now we can get on to mounting that onto there. Okay, that is that temporarily done. So I've just used the old bolts and stuff, not replacing the stainless yet, just to make sure everything fits. But you can see that the sort of fitment of the fender with the bumper and the bumper with the bumper bar is now perfect. It's better than it was when I got the car, because it was down slightly at one side and wasn't looking that great. But yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, I need to fix the oil cooler because that is loose. There's the bracket for that I'm fiddling with. So anyway, now we've done that, one of the main reasons for taking the bumper off in the first place was to relocate the number plate. So I've got my number plate mount, just need to work out how to fit that onto the car. So I'll do that while SpongeBob does his thing.
Tomorrow for sure.
Okay, so we've got our solution. Please ignore the Swiss cheese. I made several holes while I was trying to get the thing straight. So nuts are there, and nuts are there, and then just like on the Evo, identical solution, little 3mm thick, 30mm wide piece of aluminium bar that I've trimmed to size, and that's going to basically sit under there like that, and then that's going to attach onto there like that and then go into the bar, and that is it. So let's get it on, and then that'll be kind of, for this video anyway, job done. Okay, there we go. I've fitted the indicators and shut the bonnet just for completeness. But you can see how it now looks with the plate, and I think it looks way better, and obviously got a lot more cooling to the, well, a lot more air flow to the intercooler. So yeah, I am happy with that. All looking kind of decent there. So my work is done, well, almost done for this video. Just going to take it all off now, and then take it to Daniel to get the bumper all painted up, and then we can get it back, put it back together, put the mesh in, which is here, and yeah, then, as I say so often, it will be done, and we can kind of stand back and look at the new and improved front end of the car, slowly but surely making progress onto further and further jobs. So anyway, I'll take it all off, take it off to Daniel, and then after SpongeBob, get it back on, and you can have a final look at everything done.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so this is like the epilogue to this video. So I think probably about a week or a little bit more time has passed now since I took the bumper to Daniel for him to repair it, and it was an absolute can of worms. It was a nightmare for him. So it has cost a lot of money to get it repaired, and he's basically replaced all the fiberglass repair with plastic weld repair, and it took so much that he ran out and he had to order more. So that's the first for Body Shop, but he's done everything now and it's back on the car, and I have recovered from the bill. So yeah, let us have a look at the finished result, shall we? And there you go. This is how it's ended up. It's not perfect. Daniel needs to come and do a few repairs because the plastic weld has sort of had a bit of an issue in some of the areas, but you can kind of see now what I was going for with the sort of finished result. And yeah, I think with the splitter now fitted up properly and in white, I think it looks really, really good. A number plate sits great, looks great. The little holes that I've cut in the bumper top, that looks fantastic. That kind of is a nod to like the R32 Nismo, I think, air ducts that you could buy. And the mesh is in place now. And yeah, the centre bar that runs across the top, all looking good. And the bumper is super secure. So there we go. Okay, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. As always, give me a shout on Instagram or here on YouTube if you've got any sort of questions or comments on what I've been doing. But yeah, until the next video, as I always say, whatever that may be, there's lots of things to do on this car. So yeah, stay tuned for what else I'm going to get up to and how much money I'm going to spend on other things.